New day's gone. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Kevin Zwicker from Fast Count coming at you. And before I get into this video, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe. It has been crazy times in the world of WWE and TKO. We just saw the other day where they let go of 23 names off of their roster. And it looks as if today was another unfortunate day where we saw other names being let go from WWE and TKO. And the highlight of the day, the biggest names that are unfortunately gone from WWE is none other than the most accomplished tag team in all of WWE, the two-thirds of the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. We also saw Jeff Cobb be left go, JC Mateo, and Tungaloa. And let's briefly go through with that. Tungaloa, it looks as if it was just kind of a number crunch with him, missing a bunch of time, with injury in the past. I think that WWE just decided that, hey, we don't need as many Samoans as we have on the roster, and he was probably the easiest to let go. Jeff Cobb, his signing to me honestly felt like it was one of those things where WWE, and it was similar to Aleister Black, and there's a couple of other names that I can think of too that I don't want to speculate and put that out in the ether. But for a couple of guys that, like Jeff Cobb and Aleister Black, for me, it felt as if WWE signed them just to say that we got a guy that possibly AEW wanted, or we got a guy from AEW, but we didn't necessarily have anything special planned for them. We just wanted to not have AEW have them. But with the New Day, and the reports coming out of, from the dirt sheets is that this wasn't just a straight up release. This was a mutual parting of the ways between the New Day and WWE. It looks as if WWE wanted them to, re-sign a new deal, not necessarily a new extension, but convert their WWE contracts to TKO contracts. And it looks as if that these two guys didn't enjoy the terms that were laid out in these TKO contracts and decided to walk away. Now, just with that being said, them deciding to walk away, in my mind, that means that they probably already know that they have a deal with AEW in their back pockets. Because why would you leave a situation where you're getting paid pretty well and you have nothing to fall back on? So just with connecting the dots and common sense thinking, for me, it sounds as if that they are AEW bound. And if we are, in fact, 90 days away from AEW potentially having not only the New Day, but the Motor City Machine Guns as well, it looks as if we are going to be having a complete makeover when it comes to the tag team scene in AEW. When you already have groups like FTR, the Bucks, Christian and Cope and Jet Speed, and you're adding these two guys in the mix alongside with the Radicals as well, it really feels as if we are at a point where I don't think that there is going to be a stronger tag team division in all of professional wrestling if we are, in fact, on the verge of the New Day and the Motor City Machine Guns entering the fray. But when you look at it, the totality of their run, it's really insane. Where we have all these different moments, the Kofi Mania, we have the turn on Big E, which seems pointless now with them being gone, and all those other moments, the Dudley Boys making their return and putting Xavier Woods through a table. Having a run for so long in one place is very commendable, and it's something that should be saluted. And for me now, and I put this on social media, it honestly feels like under TKO that unless your name is Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, or Rhea Ripley, it really feels as if we are at a point where the rest of the roster is on a week-to-week contract. Because if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense in the eyes of TKO. And it doesn't matter who you are. We saw that they were willing to let go of R-Truth if the fans didn't revolt. They let go of Kairi Sane, who we saw that on Monday Night Raw the crowd was chanting for. They have let go of names of very talented individuals. And if you're somebody who is making a certain amount of dollars and you're not selling a certain amount of t-shirts or in a certain position, you might be in trouble. And there's a few names that automatically pop into my mind that I think should be very worried about today. and going forward. But I don't want to put that out in the ether because I don't want to wish anybody to lose their job. But it's unfortunate, man. Kofi Kingston felt like he was going to be a guy who was a WWE lifer, but I think that under the new regime, the term WWE lifer is probably not going to be something that is going to be going forward to be a thing. And that's unfortunate, you know. I think now, and I know that AEW probably isn't everybody's cup of tea. You know, we all have the right to like what we like, but just think about the wrestling landscape if there was no AEW. A lot of these people would probably have to, you know, have career changes, probably end up selling insurance or something, and probably wouldn't be able to continue pro wrestling because they wouldn't be able to make the amount of money that they are making in WWE without an AEW. But WWE's loss is potentially AEW's gain, and adding teams like the Machine Guns and the New Day, for me, they should just debut them the exact same way they debuted Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson, and that would really inject, you know, a lot of enthusiasm in the product, and a product that I think that for the most part for the last several months has been delivering high quality stuff, and I feel as if they are on the verge of adding some more talented names to a very talented roster. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Are you shocked about the New Day being, you know, them agreeing to part ways with the WWE? Do you think that there's a shot that they're going to be in AEW? And are you enthusiastic about the idea of them going to AEW? And what is your favorite memory of the New Day in the WWE? Please remember to hit that like button and subscribe, guys. I am Kevin Zwicker. I'm out.